So what's good and bad about the Arknights Endfield Gacha system? Let's discuss it because this is an important one topic. Many people already have concerns regarding it, doing some doomposting, I believe, and saying that the system is extremely predatory and it's not really well designed, not really free-to-play friendly or extremely complex, and I have a feeling that maybe some people just didn't get really deep into it, don't have a full understanding about how actually it's working, and if every free-to-play player is able to guarantee him or herself a rate up 6-star character during each duration of the banner. I will try to explain everything in details because I did quite a huge research regarding it, and hopefully I will be able to answer certain questions. Also, before you're going to leave certain comments, I highly recommend you to listen to what am I going to explain, to all the details, because I will try to do it clearly. So first of all, what kind of banners we have in this game? We are going to start with characters, and about weapons we're going to talk as well. First of all, we have the beginner's banner. In this banner you're going to get the pulls after completing certain tasks, completing story missions, and you're guaranteed to get yourself at the end random 6-star character, which are presented here on the screen. They're going to be Ardelia, Last Riot, Pogranichnik, Ember, and Li Fang. One of them you're going to get for yourself. The second one, we have a rate up banner, and here the system is going to work a little bit different. I'm going to explain all the details, just it's going to be all about the description, but in a simple way how it's actually working. You have basically two pities here. You're guaranteed yourself a 6-star character after doing 80 pulls, and you have a 50-50 chance here to get the rate up character. After that you're going to 120 pity. It's not going to go to 0, and after that you need from 0 to push yourself to 120. No, you need just to do 40 additional pulls to get yourself the rate up character at 100% chance. You're going to get it anyways if you're doing 120 pulls in the worst case scenario, so you're going to get yourself the rate up character after doing 120 pulls. Also, you are going to have 2 additional characters in the rate up banner which are not going to be presented anywhere else, and these, let's say, 3 somewhat of unique limited characters, they're going to stay in the rate up banner for 3 durations, for 3 rotations. You're going to have only one specific rate up character, which after pulling to 120 pulls you're getting it 100%, and this one thing is going to disappear. So you can see here only once after 120 pulls you're guaranteed to get yourself Leviathan. After doing 120 pulls, this one term is going to disappear and it's going to work again differently. Is it bad or good? Well, it's not bad from my understanding. Why? Because you don't really need to have dupes for your characters in Arknights Endfield. You're able to get yourself a character and it's going to function and work properly without any issues. When we're speaking about dupes and potentials for characters in Arknights Endfield, they're going to improve stats a little bit, improve their performance a little bit, but they're not going to keep some hidden abilities of your characters. So again, from the very beginning, from the baseline, they're going to work properly. Is it going to have a certain impact on your performance? Maybe during boss fights you're going to struggle a little bit more. Maybe it's going to require you to pay a little bit more attention to gears or working on weapons or something like that, or think more strategically. But you don't have a PvP in this game, so you don't really need to aim for dupes, and this is the same thing as in Arknights, the original, the first one game. You don't really need to work on dupes for your characters. And especially when we're speaking about the 6-star characters, you're going to get a lot of 4-star characters. Each 10 pulls you're guaranteed to get one 5-star character. So basically potentials for 4 and 5 star characters, you're going to acquire them fairly quick without any questions, and they are working pretty much successfully without any issues. They are helpful, they are useful, you're able to play with 4 and 5 star characters. No questions about it. You don't really need to build yourself a full team of 6 star characters, and this is going to be like the only way how you're able to clear certain content. Not at all. And the third banner is the basic banner. So in this banner you're not going to have the rate up characters. The characters which you're going to get for yourself, they are presented here, and you're able to select yourself one character which is needed for you after doing 300 pulls in total. You're not going to do it immediately, it's going to take you quite some time obviously, but I mean eventually at a certain period of time you're going to complete it and you're going to get yourself additional one character, and you're not going to spend the currency here. You're going to use some free tickets which you're able to receive during your gameplay. The PD is 80, guaranteed 1 6-star character. Now a little bit about the details. So when we're speaking about the base drop rates for 6-star character, it's 0.8%. Well, almost nothing, pretty much clear as always. For 5-star characters I already mentioned it, each 10 pulls you're guaranteed. 4 stars, it's all the rest, so you're going to get a lot of them. When we're speaking about the PDs and how they're going to transfer from one banner to another banner, from one rate up character to another one, it's working pretty much straightforward. Within 80 first pulls, until you're going to get yourself a 6-star character, everything that you're going to pull, for example you did 6 multis, you didn't get a 6-star character, is going to carry over to the next one banner. If you're going higher than 80 pulls, you're getting yourself a guaranteed one 6-star character within 80 pulls. After that, this one rate up from 80 to 120 isn't going to carry over to the next one banner. So for you just to keep in mind, if you understand that the character which is presented in this one rate up banner right now, you don't really need it, you don't really want to pull for it, you're able to do it a little bit in a different way. Of course you may just save the currency and prepare completely fully for the next one rate up banner, or you're able to do, for example, 6 multis. Why is it going to be important? I'm also going to explain. And this one PD 60 pulls is going to carry to the next one, so you will be able to continue from 60 up to whatever is going to be needed. Why is it going to be the case? Why it might be important? It's because at 60 pulls you're going to get yourself a headhunting dossier, which is literally for the next rate up banner, when it's going to be the time, will grant you 10 additional pulls for this one character specifically. So the first one banner we have right now, you're doing 60 pulls, you're getting the dossier. In the second one banner you're getting 10 additional pulls. If you're not going to use them, for the third one rate up banner, these 10 pulls are going to disappear. And if you're a whale, or you have, I don't know, any reasons to go for more than one dupe for your character, the rate up character, you're going to always have a 50-50 after getting a 100% guaranteed rate up character at 120 PD. After that, always 50-50. So each time you have a chance to lose this 50-50 and not to get yourself the rate up character, but you have like a hard one PD at 240 pulls, where you're getting yourself a bonus one additional token for this one rate up character. So if you're super unlucky and within 3 PDs you're not getting yourself the rate up character, you're losing all the 50-50s, at least after 3 PDs you're getting yourself guaranteed one token for this rate up character. And also here quite an important one moment is to mention about the arsenal tickets. These are currencies, these are basically summons that you're going to use for weapons specifically. So whenever you're getting yourself a 5-star operator, you're getting yourself 200 arsenal tickets. When you're getting a 6-star character, you're getting yourself 2000 arsenal ticket. In weapon banner, you need to spend 2000, almost 2000 arsenal tickets to do a multi. About weapons in more details we're going to speak later on, so right now about the characters. Now about the currency and what is it going to cost you to summon for characters. So one multi is going to be equal 5000 or burial. This is the currency which you're able to farm yourself in this game through completing daily missions, weekly missions, achieving certain levels for your character, or progression with the story mode, or completing certain tasks through different events. This is like the premium currency, which is you're able to farm for yourself as a free-to-play player. But obviously it's going to be limited to a certain point. What does it mean? By my understanding, from what I've seen and what I heard, once again, once per month per one rate up character, you will have enough tasks and options to farm this currency to get yourself a guaranteed one rate up character. In the best case scenario, each 1 month rate up character, you're basically guaranteed to get it if you're going to play properly, work on daily activities, and so on and so forth. In the worst case scenario, it's going to really depend on how developers are going to present the final version of the game. Maybe you're going to be guaranteed to get yourself each second rate up character. So maybe you will have to skip one or another rate up character to get what is going to be really needed for you, and you will have to pay attention to these moments specifically. But you will have a certain chance to get the character which was, for example, in the previous one rate up banner, because it's still going to stay in the rotation for 3 durations, and it's RNG. Yeah, it's like 50-50. Or you're going to win 50-50 and get yourself the rate up character, or you're going to lose and you have some kind of a chance to get the character, for example, from the previous one rate up banner. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have only these 3 characters in rotation for the rate up banner. No, you have all the others as well. So it's going to be a competition among all of them. That's the only downside of this summoning system, in my opinion, because for the rate up banner you have everything, and you have higher chances to get yourself the rate up character, but you also have all the others, so you're kinda not granting yourself any character which you want, which is not in the rate up section. That's why the only suggestion that I have here, and I really can recommend you to stick to it, is to focus specifically on the rate up character, which is going to have a 100% speedy at 120 pulls. That's the only way how you're able to grant yourself the character of your wish, of your desire, whatever it's going to be. Now let's speak about weapons. This is another important aspect, and obviously it's going to bother a lot of players as well. What do we have here? We have the limited exchange, the limited banner, which is going to contain the rate up weapon for specifically the rate up character. It's like a signature weapon, which is going to fit the rate up character the best. Again, it's going to be limited within the summoning session for the rate up character. And to guarantee yourself this one rate up weapon, you need to do 8 multis in total. It's like the worst case scenario. But for the rates which we have here in the weapons banners, they're going to be higher. The base rate is 4% to get yourself a 6-star weapon. And of course, you have a 25% chance to get yourself the rate up weapon. Yeah, it's for the first 6-star weapon. As soon as you're going to get the first 6-star weapon, the chances are going to be increased, and the second one drop is going to be 100% rate up weapon. For you just to keep in mind, once again, in terms of currency, this is 2k per multi, so you need to have in total 16k to get a guaranteed one rate up weapon. Per 120 pulls that you're going to do for characters from the rate up banner, for example, you're going to get yourself around 10 or 12k of this currency, something like that. But there are going to be other ways where you will be able to farm this currency for summons through different activities or something like that. So most likely at the end you are going to get yourself in any case the rate up weapon for the rate up character, if again you're going to play properly. There are also going to be the permanent banners for weapons for the permanent characters that you're going to have in the basic one banner. They're going to stay here forever, they're going to remain there. There's going to be no rush in terms of these weapons, so you can just take your time, and whenever it's going to be possible for you, you just able to summon for them one after another, from collecting some extras if you're a free-to-play player once again. And also you're going to get yourself some additional pities, some additional drops of other like universal weapons, which you will be able to use for any characters no matter what. It's just going to be probably not the best fit for one specific 6-star character which has a signature which is supposed to work better for this one character. And again, how the PD system is working here. So after doing 4 multis, you're guaranteed to get yourself one 6-star weapon. 25% chance to get the rate up. All the rest, it's like some other weapons, which are universal. On 8th pool, like 8th PD, if you're super unlucky, you're guaranteed to get yourself the rate up weapon. On the 10th multi, you're guaranteed to get yourself the selector, which is going to contain some universal weapon of your choice, which again you will be able to get for yourself at your preference. After that, 18, it's again the rate up weapon. 26 multi, it's again the selector. 34th multi, it's again the rate up weapon, and so on and so forth. And also with the 4% chance, it's not extremely a rare thing that you're going to receive or 2 6-star weapons in single one multi or one after another earlier than it's going to be presented in a PD. Yes, it's RNG moment, yes, it's going to depend on luck, but it's going to happen. So with weapons, I have no questions whatsoever. Of course, many people are going to have more concerns regarding characters. But here, most important part for you just to keep in mind, and the main concern probably is going to be in terms of how much of a free currency developers are going to provide during the gameplay, during the month, during the duration of the rate up banner, of the rate up character. If it's going to be enough to get yourself at least one copy of the rate up character, like do 120 pulls, this is going to be great. Because once again, you don't really need to go more than one dupe of a character to work properly, to complete the content, to be, I don't know, competitive in a certain way in a PvE game and enjoy the story, enjoy the challenges which bosses are going to present to you. So yeah, I mean, I don't see like a lot of issues here. Obviously, it's going to take you some time to get certain characters. Maybe it's even going to require you to skip this or that character. Yeah, maybe it's going to depend on RNG aspect in terms of lost 50/50s, but you're guaranteed after doing 120 pulls to get yourself a 6-star character, which is presented in the rate-up banner. Without any issues, you just need to prepare for it. And I believe if you're going to play properly, and if you're going to save in advance, or I don't know, do all the dailies, all the weeklies, be active in game, you're going to get yourself characters which are going to be required for you. And the other benefit of this game in general is that 5-star characters are not that rare, and 4-star characters, all of them are playable. So these are my impressions and my thoughts right now about the gacha system, and I've tried to explain it in pretty much details. Weapons are not going to be like a huge issue. You will be able to get the currency to summon for weapons. You won't really need to spend something. You will be able to play as a free-to-play player. It's just not that you're going to probably have everything at maximum level of advancements potentials, but they are not required in this game. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what do you think about it. If I'm wrong maybe about something, or you have other opinions, I'm curious to know this. See you in the next one, guys. Take care.